introduce our first.
It's okay. Our first.
Juliana. Coming up to present. And the name of her Counting Days.
Hi everyone. Hi. As you see, I kind of have to rush to work after this. I'm sorry, this is a little rushed. My name is Juliana Edgar, in case you can't tell by my lovely name tag. And I will be reading a poem today called Counting Days, which I wrote for one of my classes. And I hope you enjoy. Counting days is like watching page after page fall and burn, knighted from the lettering, turning black into gold into prints of living God. I imagine it is like a leaf, its veins a highway for the fire, self-fulfilling prophecy, manifesting your desires regardless of your wishes, delivering, hands cupped forward and bent back, surviving, breathing, but eventually smoldering, gone. Next. I often wonder, is there even a purpose to the tree that births such leaves? Do they feed the ground should the ashes reach? Or do they blow away into infinity? Do people make wishes upon the shimmering ashes, mistaking them for shooting stars? Is one person's ashen trails another hope, faith, or wish? Have a nice day, everyone.
Where is she? Work.
How do I know you?
Thank you, Juliana. I'd like to present Cody Healy, and he will be presenting his piece, My Friend, My Enemy, My Depression.
It's funny. I'm about to walk out here. I wonder if that's the same person.
Depression is like an abusive lover, telling you lies, making you feel worthless, and tricking you to stay because it has been by your side. It slowly drags you down with its icy hands into the abyss that darkens on every hinge. The light, your only hope and salvation, fades until it's a glimmer, then a speck, and finally nothing. An unnerving sense of calmness gradually wraps around you like a child wraps their blanket around themselves when scared. You feel like you are in an endless winter, no warmth, beauty, or light. Depression is a strange thing. Although more than 350 million people globally suffer from it, it still is a disease many people do not comprehend or accept as a real disease. When in a depressive state, I've heard people give me shitty advice like, get over or just don't be depressed. If depression was that easy, I'm pretty sure I and the 350 million people plus would be walking on the sunshine and smiling daily. The thing about depression is that it's hard to tell when someone has it because we disguise ourselves. When you have depression, a mask is the only way you try to get through the day and not feel like you're annoying those around you. The mask I wear is that of a happy-go-lucky guy. I am happy a lot of times, but there's an eternal sadness that I try to keep locked up in my mind, fearing that showing it would be a sign of weakness. And maybe if I try to suppress the sadness, even though I know it won't, the sorrow will go away. Numerous things have unfortunately contributed to my depression: bullying, death, and low self-esteem. The one that mainly caused me to spiral into a deep set of melancholy was my struggle to accept my sexuality. When I began to question who I was lost. The idea that I could love and be attracted to someone of the same sex terrified me to the point where I couldn't face watching TV or going out in public, in case I saw someone I found attractive. I felt alone, disgusted, and I hated myself. I felt like a character in a werewolf movie, slowly transformed into something I can control, being shunned by society and seen as a freak. I tried hard to repress and oppress myself, even though my mother told my sister and me throughout the years that she would love us no matter what we did or who we loved. I felt as if no one would love or accept me. I became a Victorian-era porcelain doll, hollow, inanimate, and cracked. An empty shell that would finally wither into dust as soon as the wind blew. My stomach was full, yet empty all at once. My food sat on the plate, waiting to be eaten, but never to be touched. My face grew haggard, eyes barely open, with half-crop circles clinging under them. I was like an unborn child, and my bed was a womb, a confined yet warm and safe area that protected and shielded me from the world outside. Eventually, I grew tired of seeing my mother, the greatest person in my life, feel powerless and sad because she couldn't help it. I grew tired of being tired. I grew tired of feeling like I was fucking stark-raving mad. I knew that the only way I could overcome my depression was with therapy and some good prescribed drugs. Through therapy, I began to slowly climb out of my depression. I was still afraid to admit to my sexuality, but gradually, after pillowless things, I began to accept myself. I realized I shouldn't be afraid of who I am because I was born this way. Some may disagree and think I'm going through a phase, seeking attention, or they gaze that infiltrated my brain, planted a microchip or some kind of organism to control my mind. Whatever the case may be, it's who I am. What may sound bizarre is if I could somehow go back in time and have a cure for depression, I wouldn't take it. Even though melancholia is a hellish nightmare that you can almost never wake up from, it is also the most beautiful dream I can have. I know that may sound strange, but without my depression, I wouldn't be able to see the world in a different perspective. My depression had opened my eyes and showed me the struggles others go through. If I never suffered from my depression, I would have lost my cousin to suicide. I never pride myself in anything, but at that moment, when he said I was strong and that I saved his life, I felt amazing. Most of all, what I'm truly thankful for about my depression and why I love it is that it brought me the most beautiful person in my life, my best friend. Together we helped pull each other out of our own depressions. When the mythical bird, the phoenix dies, its body is consumed by fire, only to be resurrected from its own ashes. Through therapy, friends, family, and acceptance, I became a phoenix. I rose from the ashes of my depression anew. The relapses can be caused by the thought that I have no friends, by the thought that I'll never be loved and I'll always be alone. But I keep thinking of the phoenix. They will die and be reborn. That's how my depression is like. A phoenix's life. I climb out of my short relapses by reminding myself of all the people I have in my life. I stop and remind myself that I may be on my own, but I'm never alone. These thoughts help me become emotionally and mentally stronger. I will keep growing stronger with each time I die and rise again. Thank you.
Thank you, Cody. That was really heartfelt and transparency for your transparency on that. I'd like to introduce our next speaker would be Emily Gordon, who's going to do a piece called Lessons.
Let's just enjoy this. We'll talk about it later. Fine, I'll stop. But you should know, Keely, you only get what you give. I rolled my eyes and kept hiking up the trail. I don't know why he had to do this. Every single climbing trip we went on, it's like he knows I can't escape him and his questions. Can't just go in the other room and avoid him. We were silent the rest of the way. After Nate set the rope, I put on my harness and shoes and got mentally prepared. This was one of the riskier climbs I had done, but Nate had climbed up first and set the rope and said it was pretty straightforward as long as I stuck to the path. At the very top, I got this rush, like I do at the top of every climb. especially the ones involving my whiny boyfriend and his ridiculous worries. I tugged on my rope to let him know that I was ready to come down. No answer. I was already so irritated with him. He knew that I didn't know how to belay myself down. It was just something I never bothered to learn. I felt safer with him controlling the rope. Nathan. Still no answer. Babe. Cautiously, I peer over the narrow ledge I'm standing tiptoed on. My boyfriend is nowhere to be seen, my rope tied off to a nearby tree. I thought about what he said before, about only getting what you give.
Ernest, let's see you get up there.
You first. Thank you. You go.
How you doing, guys? Today? Welcome to our first of all, if you guys ever want to do this class, I'll take it.
Closer to the microphone.
Sorry, I'm not really like stabbing. Okay, there we go. Well, first of all, this is all about fixing school. It's basically, what it is a student literary journal or magazine that we take submissions from every year, and then we go through it and sort it, and we actually produce our literary journal. So, pretty awesome, I think. And gotta really try to take it. I'll bring the credits for it, so release. I think, personally. Anyway, everybody who wants to first, of course, speak, you can post your name on the board. And excuse me, I'm new public speaking, so. Okay. Well, so, in end of that, to conclude, you really got to take this class if you're going to get any kind of journalism or anything like that. It really shows you the process of how to produce, publicize, and market a magazine. So, all right. On that note, I'm going to introduce Rachel Rockefeller. She's going to do the Tree of Life. Come on up.
Hey guys, so I'm Rachel, and I'm sorry I've been sick for the past week, so sorry about my voice. Alright, here it goes, the tree of time. An old birch tree standing on a hill, overlooking the gentle sea. Here it waits for the sun to descend into rosy surf tipped with silver foam, watching for ships to grace the horizon with billowing sails and stories of adventure, its golden leaves dancing to the waltz of the ocean waves. Here it stands, alone and strong. The grief and happiness of many lifetimes show on the bark of its body. The scars of lovers, the hopeful dreams of forgotten years. Everyone who visits this tree is subject to time's judgment. It leaves this life, but their story remains, all recorded on the many branches of the tree. Weary sailors of the world visit this ancient tree, each to add his name to the long history written on the tree's body. Here it stands for all eternity, waiting and watching for new knowledge, gaining wisdom and recording time from all those who visit it. No one has ever lived long enough to tell the tree's existence. They have all forgotten. For no one can ever remember a tree that exists in perfect harmony with time. It represents time with all its happiness and sorrows. It stands alone, waiting for someone to keep it company. Here to smile, to weep, to love. It waits for when time no longer needs its existence. Here till time ceases to matter, when the sun and moon are no longer needed to give light, until the sea swallows the land and all its affluence, until the earth and sky once more unite, when the earth once again becomes balanced, and man will no longer grow old. Here till everything is put to right, a world where heaven is no longer a dream, but a reality.
That was awesome, Ashni. Okay, all right, awesome. Well, Rachel, anytime you want to come in, sign up for more, go ahead and do so. Anyway. Next is going to be Amber Foley, and I Have Learned.
Alright, okay, I think y'all can hear me. You say you've taught me things, important things, but I don't think you realize what exactly it is that I have learned. Let me tell you. I have learned that your TV show is more important than my childhood as you turn up the volume and turn me away year after year after year. I am 15, still reeling from the divorce, and you decide that now is the time for you to enter my life, but I am not ready. It has been too long, and I cannot suddenly open to someone I do not know. I have learned that my emotional and mental well-being doesn't matter if it contradicts what you want, because you're the father, and I have to do what you say, and I have to respect you. I give my respect to those who earn it. Maybe you never hit me, but abuse isn't just physical. I have learned that in your mind, if you can't see it, it's not real. I have learned that you probably don't know what respect means anyway, unless it's respectful to badmouth the other parent to your children. I have learned that I am not worth a phone call. Your children will sit, bags packed, shoes waiting for a father who's not going to show. I have learned that I am not worth your time at my high school graduation. I sing the national anthem as you walk in late and text in the back row. The years pass on, and I have learned that of course it's fine if someone gives you an explanation you don't like, you can verbally attack and degrade them. You can always turn around and expect forgiveness, but vile words do not foster love. So yeah, I guess I have learned something, but not what you'd expect, because the only thing that I have learned is that I am not important to you.
I gotta say this first of all. Getting up here, once you do it a couple times, it's easier. Okay. Just want to mention over here, a big part of our magazine is photographs, art, and other things like that. So just take a look at some of the art that we submitted in our magazine, if you get a chance. Okay, well, next is going to be Renee Chantella. Did I say that right? Okay.
All right. I was just gonna grab one for the coffee shop. Okay, cool. I'll wait for this.
You know what the sound is? Okay.
So I have two. So I can get this.
Maybe.
First one's called Beneath the Willow Tree. Bury me beneath the willow tree, so my bones one day will touch the sky, and my spirit may bloom, dancing you free. A grave filled with crystals and stones is what I foresee, and you dress in white as you sing my favorite lullaby, then plant wildflower seeds beneath this willow tree. I know that I haven't forgotten you when you remember me, and I was carried by translucent butterflies, by the essence of bloom, dancing, flying, and free. Stars will fall, mirroring where the land meets sea. My roots will grow stronger as time passes by, and the wind will kiss you beneath my willow tree. Patiently waiting, since this is not my final elegy. You'll know that I have returned to see you by the fireflies. I yearn to be complete with you, I cannot truly be free. For now, know that everything to me, I'm listening to you, even though I may not reply. I'll be waiting for you beneath this willow tree to return home next to me, and our spirits will be united again to dance, sing, and finally be free.
Reconciliation of Oberon and Titania. Titania, queen of the fairies, endowed in resilience, your anger is brilliant and pale as the moon. Your resounding beauty echoes in your wings, your wisdom, your grace, your bewitching gaze. Blossoms, fragrant meadows, like breath of spring, allow me to be exonerated so I may taste absolution. My senses are unworthy of your divine presence, dressed in violet and magnolia blooms, wrapped in rose petals and jasmine trimmings, with spider silk cascading over dangerous curves. A crown of thorns and crystallized juniper berries nestling in twilight curls, enveloped in perfume and foreign familiarity. How could I ever be crossed with this, me, your Lord Oberon? I cannot live without your soul. Forgive me, thy majesty. Oberon, king of our people, fortified by vigilance, with anger as intense and enigmatic as a star, your resounding courage resonates in your wings. Your cunning, your charisma, your hypnotizing grace flourishes bountiful fields like a height of summer. Allow me to atone so I may feel reprieve. My senses are unworthy of your divine presence. Dressed in ivy tinders and cypress tendrils, cloaked by hummingbird and finch feathers. Golden robes enveloping chiseled nuances. A crown of crimson steel, glistening corpses, framing walks of dawn, cascading aromas of dreams and wishes. How could I ever feel betrayed by you, me, your Titania? Will not choose to live alone. Apologize for this vexation. Let us rejoice in the convergence of starlight by the dreams of giants. Indulge our elixir of kisses to harmonize these hearts. Our radiance is complete, phenomenal magnitude. Our spectacle, our significance, our extraordinary existence. Births to seasons, changes the moon, and paints the sky. This shared wonder is penance. Never again will we battle, for life is too precious to not hear our songs of our spirits.
Well, I thought that was awesome. It was awesome. It's awesome. Looks like we have some music coming up. It's through Tyler Baird, is that correct? Okay. Come on up. Testing. Whoa, music's good. How's everyone doing? Awesome. So I'm going to do a cover of a song that you should all know. Anyone know Through the Glass by Stone Sour? Anyone? No? If you do, okay. People who know it, I want you guys sing it, okay? And Thomas and Gene. All right, here we go. Looking at you through the glass, don't know how much time has passed. Oh God, it feels like forever. No one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. 'Cause I'm looking at you through the glass, don't know how much time has passed. All knows that feels like forever. No one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head.
Tanner, you know, I don't know.
How do you feel? That is the question. I forget you don't expect an easy answer. Something like a soul becomes ignition last. Fold it up like paper dolls and little notes. Can't expect a bit of hope. Sorry. Remember what you're staring at his knee. Thinking what you lost. Don't know how much time's passed. All knows that feels like forever. No one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone
How much is real? How much to question? An epidemic of Americans contaminating everything. Knocking from the heart. Never tear off from the start.
So funny that the whole thing offers out of everything is just they're loving it. Acting I'm next to when you are. You might jump onto this next list too. We'll get there.
No one ever tells you that the rubber feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. It's the stars shine for you, yeah. It's the stars lighting you, yeah. Stars shine for you, yeah. The stars lighting you, yeah. Looking at your face, don't know how much time has passed. Oh God, it feels like forever. No one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. 'Cause I'm looking at you through glass. Don't know how much time has passed. All knows that feels like forever. No one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. It's the stars shine for you, yeah. It's the stars lighting you, yeah. It's the stars lighting you, yeah. The stars tonight. I'm sorry, thank you guys.
Sorry.
You're good.
That was awesome. First song of the day. Alright, next we're gonna have Evan coming up here. He's gonna read something.
That's a song.
Song, thank you. Song.
Yeah, like I got
Myself.
Thank you, appreciate it.
What's today like, guys? Got one awesome. You guys hate your day. Give it a good check now. My mother had me clean up the particles, the fake reef they made on the wall like a photo above the TV. It's good. Alright, so I played this one for my philosophy of death and dying class, and I'm not trying to advertise, but it's a pretty tight class. And this one's about my thoughts on death and other stuff. What if it
friends out there. When we die, we come back to life. There's somebody else, unlike us. When you come there, I'll never let my child find that it lights in place. I'll smoke, I'll drink, have sex, it isn't also to put the memories in their heads of a bad life that they love. How can they sit there and meditate when there's so many pleasures to be taken place? That is the case, then I'll pray to the real God and ask her, what did you do to this place? Kind of mistake have you made in this place? It's so morose and it cannot be true. This is all I'm looking for, what I'm gonna do. Doesn't matter what happens when I die, only matters what I'm gonna do. Don't you love talking about things you could never know? I know you don't, does things you could never know. I hate talking about things I can't know. Doesn't the same thing always happen when you die? All that matters is what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna be the nihilist who says fuck off and die. It doesn't matter, entropy dictates more.
Coming up here and sharing some of your pieces, singing to us and stuff like that. It's awesome.
Together.
I want to take this time to just promote our creative writing classes that we have coming up for this fall semester. With Paul Gallagher, we have a Tuesday-Thursday class from 10:30 to 11:45. We also have a Monday-Wednesday class from 1:30 to 2:45. Pretty convenient times. It'd be awesome to join one of those classes. Think about it, okay? Creative writing classes. Next off, we're going to have Tony Wright come up here and he's going to share his squirrel paradox piece.
The sound of giggling mixed with human terror was what drew me from my house. It was a sound that I couldn't ignore. The noise came from the backyard, but I couldn't see the cause from inside my home. Armed with the power of annoyance, for I'd been deeply into a good book and the sounds disturbed my reading, I opened the door and stepped out. In my backyard was a strange boy, around 12 years old. He had a long stick in his hand, about 2 inches thick where he gripped it, that he was using to poke at a squirrel. The squirrel was crying in pain and terror, clawing itself along the ground with his forelimbs. Its back was obviously broken and its hind legs dragged uselessly. The boy poked at the squirrel, giggling in glee as it cried out, and that's when my annoyance turned to white-hot fury in less than a heartbeat. A few running steps took me across the yard and was nearly a silent charge. The boy sensed the approaching danger, looked up at me, terror shining in his eyes. An instant before my fist brushed his nose, knocking him back and down. The kid was fast though, scrambling to his feet and lunging towards the back fence before I could grab him. I didn't bother to give chase. The sight of crimson streaking his pale freckled skin cooled my rage as quickly as his cruelty had inflamed it. The kid flipped over the low back fence and staggered off. It was the first and last time that I ever saw him. I could hear the squirrel panting in the sudden quiet, and whimpered in pain as it continued crawling away. It was dying, and we both knew it, but it was fighting with this last breath, and I wondered idly if I'd have the courage to keep fighting if I was in the squirrel's position. Being 15, I didn't have access to a firearm or sword or even a knife outside the kitchen. So I went to the garage, grabbed up a shovel, and walked back to the suffering animal. I stood over the squirrel and raised the shovel, prepared to strike. It stopped moving and looked up at me, the silence disturbed only by his thin panting. I saw understanding in his eyes and relaxed a bit, laying his head on the ground, neck outstretched. We both knew what had to be done. The blade of the shovel, dull as it was, severed the squirrel's head in one strike, sinking a few inches into dusty ground that quickly turned to viscous mud. I buried the squirrel under a paving stone in my mother's flower garden. Once the job was done, Carmen went back inside, washed up, and returned to my book. The incident didn't bother me. I haven't really given it much thought since that day. It's just a memory of something that happened. I never told my mom or anyone else. I never felt a need to. To me, the incident was just a random thing that happened. Even now, writing about it, I feel nothing. What does that say about me? That I'm callous and cold? We are talking about a squirrel here, but would I have felt different if it was a cat, dog, or monkey? I was in my own backyard, so if it was a child, I could have called for help, and most likely the kid would have lived. But what if I had come across a young child like this while alone in the wilderness? Would I have been able to end the child's suffering, even if begged? Or would I selfishly make the child suffer and die slowly because I couldn't bring myself to kill another person? And that hesitance, that reluctance to kill, is that due to my own morals or fear of reprisal from the law? Anyone can kill in self-defense or in defense of another. War is a kill-or-be-killed environment where trained soldiers fight, and even then, they do a lot not to kill anyone. Most people who have killed suffer some form of PTSD, a volatile mixed of nightmares, guilt, and regret. So could I kill someone in cold blood if it was needed? The child in the wilderness was already dying, and there was nothing that I could do to save them. Could I end their suffering? And if I did, how would that make me feel? Would I be racked with guilt and suffer nightmares, or would I accept it as something that needed to be done as easily as I had with the squirrel? What if it was a bad person, like a serial killer or rapist on death row? Would that change things for me? Would killing a child, an act of mercy, bother me more or less than killing someone unfit to live in our society? Would it bother me to kill a man who kidnapped, raped, and tortured 6 women like Gary Heydrich? What about Benjamin Atkins, who raped and strangled 11 women in Michigan? Would I have any regret in Robert Bordella's life knowing that he had kidnapped, sexually tortured, and dismembered 6 men in Kansas City? I don't think so. Looking deep inside myself, I can say with conviction that removing these men wouldn't bother me. Like the squirrel, it's a job that needs to be done. They've earned their death several times over. However, I think that ending the child's suffering would. I think that despite the fact that it's an act of mercy, just as with the squirrel, killing the child would haunt me. Not out of guilt or because I'd second-guess myself, but because the child didn't deserve this fate. The child is innocent, and to me, innocent shouldn't have to suffer and die. How would you deal with these questions of morality and ethics? Put yourself in my place and picture a suffering squirrel. Imagine that you're alone in the wilderness and come across a hurt and dying child with no resources to help you. Could you end their suffering? And is there a difference between killing as an act of mercy and removing life as a job that needs to be done? One benefits only the suffering individual, while the other benefits all of society. How does being an instrument of death affect you as an individual?
That was definitely a piece that'll make you think. Before I introduce our next person who's going to come on up here and share, I just want to encourage you guys to grab some food and grab a literary magazine before the event ends so you can have your own copy of our published magazine. Next off, we're going to have Larissa DeMatris doing Courage.
Hi everybody. Before I read my poems, I really want to give an opportunity to appreciate all the English teachers here because
Also, I think it's important to note that English teachers sort of do so much work that you don't even realize. All the papers that you hate writing would be a million times worse without them. And I just want to thank everyone in my poetry class who are awesome. So I have 2 poems. And also thank you to all my fans who've come here to see me today. Just joking. Okay. I'm not good with microphones either. Okay. Okay, this first poem is called Pulled Apart from Hands Once Folded. Pulled apart from hands once folded. I'm pulling the plug on this. Be one with that which the public scorns. Broken cast, the way you've been touched is molded. Unobliged, fermented, dubious tryst. Pulled apart from hands once folded. You're ready, Stretch Armstrong pulls the threshold. It is certain, and my only wish. Become one with that which the public scorns. Manhood bends, but is never folded. As I am in heel bound and squeamish, pulled apart from hands once folded. Imprisoned in your eyes, guilt's beholden. Crystallized cocoon, far insidious, aligned with that which the public scorns. Oh, how I wish to pleat your brain's twist. How can you not see? You're born with jewels, blossoms adorned. Pulled apart from hands once folded. Do you remember me? Is your mind that worn? I am one with that which the public scorns. Okay, so the next poem is called Courage. Although the summer's over now, I cannot compare you to a summer's day. Your home is here within my heart, I'll vouch. Snow has transmuted to bristling pollen in May. Winter, we meet again, this will also pass. Earth's tilt is true, it's not how I planned it. Seasons fade, but your sting perseverant, at last. I fell for you, I fell off the planet.
Thank you, Larissa, for that. That was wonderful. Very beautiful, very flowery. All right. Okay, before I introduce the next person, I just want to take time to say there's a fiction writing class this fall. It's taught by Cal White Cotton, Mondays and Wednesdays at 3 to 4:15. Learn to write fiction and stuff, poetry. It's good for you. It's great. Good outlet. All right, our next person is Jeff with She Needs Love.
First time I've physically written anything for a long time, so the liquor may be a little off. I'll apologize for that ahead of time. Love is, damn, that girl is fine, right? Maybe it's a trail of clothing leading to the bed. A successful completion of what was a wonderful night. Good morning, lover. No? Damn, I thought I had it that time, okay. Love is buying her a brand new pair of shoes. And the VR headset so she can do the things you like to do, because after all, it's about do unto her as you would have her do unto you. Why are you laughing? What do you mean I need to get a clue? Love is being unemotionally available. Not admitting that sometimes when a man comes up to talk to you, the feelings of jealousy that arise inside, because I'm a man, damn it, and I'll never let you see that you ever hurt my pride. It's making your opinion heard while simultaneously crushing hers. It's being there for the things that really don't matter, like washing dishes and carrying groceries from the car. It's standing side by side, hand in hand, arm in arm, and at the same time never feeling so far away. What's that? Once again, I'm wrong. I'm starting to think it's a sexist thing because I can't see how you can see that it's your fault that I'm always wrong. Where'd that light bulb come from anyway? Forget that I'm just talking about that. Let's talk about what love can't be. Love's not watching The Notebook for the 10th time, looking at this pretty perfect example of the man that you think she wants you to be, and it's not even on your mind because your thoughts are encompassed by the fact that she's here by your side. Love's not holding her and listening to what she has to say, staying silent even if you don't agree. It's not letting her know that it will be okay, even if the future is impossible to see. Love's not taking time away from what you want to do and not seeing it as a sacrifice because she loves you and you love her. So you stand face to face and make a connection because you've chosen to share this space. Love's not, what do you mean? That's not true. What do you mean? Those are the things that you should do. Well, thank all of you for that lesson, for the education. I guess that means I have a few things that require some contemplation. But now, I think I know what true love is. True love is standing face to face with another man, telling him how you fucked up so he could better play his hand, all the while imagining him or her fertilizing the land while you stand on barren soil, with grains of what used to be life slipping through your hands because you understand that she needs love, even if it's not from you.
Love that. Very deep. Just feeling that. All right, next we got Hugo Rodriguez with The Cure for Cancer.
Hello everyone, my name is Hugo Rodriguez. Before I start this next piece, I actually want to ask everybody in the audience, how many people know someone who's battling with cancer today? It's a lot of hands. They say that 1 in every 3 people today will experience some form of cancer. I went through my personal battle with cancer back in 2010, but thanks to good nutrition, thanks to positive thinking, and thanks to lifestyle changes and intermediate medicine, I'm completely cancer-free today. Thank you. So after my experience with cancer, I felt I had a responsibility as an artist to write about my experience in hopes of inspiring those who are going through the battle with cancer today. It's called The Cure for Cancer, and it goes like this. The cure for cancer. We keep searching for a perfect answer, learn advancements. We just can't wait for worse circumstances. Don't burn the ashes from the chemo. Understand your chances. 50-50 with that treatment. It can't hurt to back it with some good nutrition. What you believe will come to fruition. If you envision living, you can win it. But if you give in to the thought that it can kill you, it has the will to drain your life. So you gotta build through prayer and meditation. Gotta raise your dedication. Change the way you eat. Take it from me. Have faith and step away from being told what's your only option. Do your research. We can learn much more than what we're told by doctors. Some don't believe in natural healing. Some do but can't reveal it because they profit off of having it concealed. But some will actually inform you, those who really do care, who still have passion to save lives and true advice they will share. See, when I was diagnosed with leukemia and I approached oncologists asking should I change my diet, they said no, for fear of the effect on my treatment. But how can eating healthy have a negative effect? It seemed a bit deceiving. So I went against what they advised, and even though the thought of death would try to penetrate my mind, I gained knowledge, prayed often, didn't place the blame on nobody but myself. I researched what to stay away from, like red meat, flour, soda, sugar, and salt. Started eating greens, broccoli, no more fast food at all. I also learned, no matter how bad the cancer is, you could kill the deformed cells with a plant called cannabis, which contains cannabinoids that target cancer cells and reminds them how to die. I survived and handled life and got them in remission. Now I strive to plan and tell all who go through the same battle. To fight, you can't prevail in that you are not alone. I know it's hard, but don't give up hope. Just take a smart approach with heart and soul. Start with goals, set them, write them, and don't forget them. Killing illness with the venom like chemo, I second guess it. Although everyone is different, I don't ever recommend it. Some respond better than others, but most bodies will reject it. Let's be effective. If it's hurting more than helping, then don't worsen your condition. Just a personal suggestion. Don't fall into depression. Think positive, excel with exercise in your mind, body and soul, use self-expression. Continue education because we need change. Matter of fact, Google a compound called DCA. It was found to cure most cancers, but there hasn't been more testing because you can't patent a compound, therefore there's no cash investment because there's no dollar profit. The rich don't want to fund it. Luckily, the word got out. Funds were given by the public. Over $800,000 was introduced then. Some testing was conducted, but results were inconclusive and we haven't looked back. So what path are we taking? How do we see all these treatments still believe that radiation is the best solution? I'm just expressing my view, tell my truth and my experience, but the rest is up to you. Yeah, the rest is up to you. I just told you my experience, but the rest is up to you. I'm in a band called 2MX2. We'll be at the Water Room tomorrow night. If you guys want to hear more, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Good, I'll look out for you guys eventually. All right, the next one is Ricky Visser with False Hope.
Alright, well I can't believe that I have to follow up on those two guys. Jeez. Alright, so I'm actually going to do two poems. The first one is called Lane's Lullaby. In the dark, I can't see the wall, once riddled, with pictures and portraits now empty, and the shadows cast by the door where it's cracked carve a landscape into the inky blackness. The dusty curtains block out the cosmic baptism of starlight that should bathe your room. Cold air chased us through the window of your bedroom, where we curled up under blankets and lived the riddle of youth after daring the winter night to freeze us under the cosmic gaze of the universe, exposed as we ran through though the road was empty. The map of our adventures written in Sharpie ink, all up our arms while on your face a smile cracked. July is ending, and on the mountain a fire crackles, surrounded by stories and memories shared with the whole room, of a different time before any of us had an inkling. Crushing hugs and midnight walks and talks and riddles, like reaching the bottom of our bottles would leave us empty. The mystery is vast and terrifying as the cosmos. They sent you away, and that pain was a microcosm. Behind those walls it seemed you had cracked. Tuesday nights your absence gave a testament to the emptiness of our lives without you. At school, classrooms remain unchanged. They never taught us how to riddle the meaning of the loss that is forever on my body inked. We shared our adventures in the inky freedom of the night. The stars our cosmic supervisor, our story riddled with poor decisions, the book of our friendship cracked, open to a page so full of white space, so much room, for a tale so short, the final page is empty. 5 years on and I can still empty my heart onto the page, bleeding ink, as I relive those nights in my room, when we mapped constellations in the cosmic blankness of my ceiling, and the facade cracks, leaving me with nothing but a riddle. And then the second one is False Hope. It was like that song we sang to in your car, our voices flung out the windows, serenading the passers-by, but meant for ourselves, at least. I thought it was us. Our dance echoed in the lyrics of young lovers, summers and growing up together, growing old together. But as the notes, like my hopes, built to a crescendo, the melody shifted, cold air rushed in, and I was left with the feeling of your mindless, meaningless lips on my neck.
All right. Let's give it one more time for Ricky. All right, our next one is Lauren. I can't pronounce your last name. I'm sorry because I'm going to butcher it really bad. So I'm just going to go with Northern Lights. All right.
It's Vanicelli. It's pretty much phonetic. That's okay. So, this is called Northern Lights, and I'm going to explain it just because I don't do it again. So, I'm a senior in high school. My prom was a couple weeks ago, so that's what this prom was about. Because it was like really cliche, but it was like we're senior. And so. Alright, so Northern Lights. Dusty rose sparkles across the sky, complemented by your golden light, and the snow falling like the middle of July. A gentle tweak of your bow tie to let you know it will be alright. Dusty rose sparkles across the sky. The lights will strobe and fly, the music will pierce the night, and the snow will fall like the middle of July. And in the night, we will get high to watch as the sun comes alight. Dusty rose sparkles across the sky. Your eyes will burn the gaze to my heart as we watch a cinematic fight, and the snow falls like the middle of July. Oh, hold your soft hand in mine and sleep within your sight, with dusty rose sparkles across the sky, and the snow falling like the middle of July.
Good job.
Right on time for Laura Vanicelli. I got that right this time. All right. Now, we have Dennett Decay. I don't think I said that right. With Feeling Good.
It's Danette Daisy. How y'all doing? Springtime. This song's about springtime. You hear it okay? Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, and you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Oh, I'm feeling good. Oh, oh, oh. Fish in the sea. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, yeah, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when the day is done, yeah, that's what I mean. And this old world, it's a new world, it's a bold world for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, yeah, you know how I feel. Freedom, it's mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. You guys know it. You sing it. I'm feeling good. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
All right, you guys, that was pretty awesome. Thank you, Jeanette. It takes a lot of courage to come up here. I want to thank all of you who have shared and all of you who have come to support this event. I would like to thank Student Life and the English Department for sponsoring this open mic event. Thank you, Instructional Services, for funding the publication of the magazine. And thank you, contributors. You can take your, pick up 2 copies over at the table over there. And if any contributor has missed this opportunity to pick up their copy, we will leave some up at the Student Life desk. If any of you who are here right now would like to take a second copy of our literary magazine, I would like to encourage that now because we have plenty of leftovers and we can do that. So last off, well, I guess one applause for everybody who's contributed to this event. Thank you. And now we have a special guest who's going to come on up here. What's the name of your band? True Technique. They're going to come up here and they're going to perform one of their songs for us. And I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for coming, okay?
To die?
Check. What's good, y'all? My name is True Technique. This is Freedom Reigns. We're Protection Net Records, Wu-Tang Management. I don't know if any of y'all fuck with Wu-Tang over the years. I'm gonna call it out of Wu-Tang. That's right. You know what I mean? We got to solid. We got to support the local acts that are really bringing lyrics and music. You know, none of this cookie cutter stuff. And for that, I'd like to express myself.
Absolutely, man. Yesterday, you know, I can't tell you how me personally, I believe there's something higher in this thing called life that leads us in the direction that we go. And I happened to fall upon a table out front a couple days ago that some people were just giving me some lemonade, man. It was awesome, man. Some strawberries and, it was awesome lemonade. I started chatting and it was incredible. And just, I have a definite passion for literary arts, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. And that's why my passion for literary arts actually led me to my homie right here next to me. And he's, without a doubt, he's incredible, guys. Be blessed. He's one of the most, he's an up and coming, his lyrical content is incredible. It's off the map. He gets rapes everywhere. He's toured 4 times. He's internationally known. He's Australia's #1 most requested song on the radio. Australia, for real, Mike, for real.
Hey, but yo, but I said the proof is in the pudding, all right? All right. Let's hit him with this track.
Stop my shine, so bright, you keep on shining, but I'm finding as I watch my presence grow, reaching for the stars, and you are gonna have to break the hold of those who lead and bleeding with the evil speaking and show they grow the meaning of team, no loyalty in it seem that I got your back when you lie, hell I don't know, can you stand the fucking talk, we used to talk about how we flow with my chose, cause you dislike what you hate, cause you were scared, and you hope that I would quit, get a job, and cut my hair, and it's clear, you harbor feelings that spark from your personal issues, affecting the way you're thinking and causing your brain to issue like missile when you an explosion. The chosen one is my slogan. Chosen my path is woven. Stitch till we weave and forward. We're soaring amongst the clouds like Voltron. We better more than the course. Building a team and we winning. Who keep scoring? We resort to shade the business. Admitting no need to lie. You try to dull the blows. You can't stop my shine, baby. Waste your energy waiting on me to fail. You can't hide the way that you really feel. Yeah, stop my shine, baby. This path that I walk in easy, believe me that I put in work and deserve everything that I'm getting. You from my name, you deserve my words, just as a portal. The story I tell the moral, the music we do forever, ignoring any distortion. I know that I built a team I can trust, but even the more when we scar, from this knowledge of weaknesses in me fall from God. And I feel it mighty, improving my writing nightly. I'm writing this book of lightning, I'm found me a place to strike it behind me. This voice of guidance is keeping my ship on board for the shore. The land of honey, it's time that we go explore. A lot of people hating, but they bring the truth and you gain and then confused, still pointing fingers at you, they confused, it shows they hurt and they use it, they paint like curtains, disguising their true emotions, exposing while I'm certain, working to keep on building, improving, I'm on the sign, it's fine, you wanna hate but you can't stop my shine, baby. Waste your energy, waiting on me to fail, you can't hide the way that you really feel, yeah. Stop my shine, baby. The way that you really feel, stop my shine, baby. That's that. Just keep striving for what makes you feel good in your heart, and then you win. Already you heard success. It don't even matter. Because everything else they be telling you is just, it's an illusion, pain, and pleasure. You know what I mean? Just go for what makes you happy, then you win. You shine. Stop my shine, baby. Anyway, TruthSetMe.com, Freedom Reigns, that's what we do. Got some more stuff to get down with, but I mean, you guys gonna let us do one more? Yeah, go ahead. Just one. Yeah, I like to jump on the screen, but I'm like, calm down. I'm ready, homies. Really, you're won't believe it, bro. Hey, bro, hey, you want to spit game? Hey, you can't read the tracks. Freestyle. Yeah, okay, just cut the radio. That's what's up. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna hit you with the acapella then. Hey. Just get
Get your mind sharp. Get a little feel of what I'm about. When it's true technique on the bill, stand still for the mind so ill when you feel every word I'm spitting, cause you know every bar for real in the deal. Cause I've been alone, that's just part of my persona, but I've used my words and rhythm to wake up from in this coma you've been worn. So you best tread lightly, I sharpen my weapons nightly, and I'm mighty amongst the titans on the mic. No God can smite me, come try me if you think I'm bluffing. It ain't nothing for me to slay you when I'm busting with some of the sickest ones spitting with the Wu-Tang Crew. Or to make you respect the craft, come after this group of mass, the disaster that comes so fast. Never will for the cash, you won't grasp, but it even catch what just happened through all this laughter. You masking away the pain from the wrath of this massive stature. Come after me, and I'll meet you. If you battle, then I'll defeat you. When I speak, for these words are right in the beat, I will deplete crews. Speed it up. It's kind of inevitable. We're checking on my equals every year, hope. We bust me in like a juggernaut, though. We walk in the building and doing your show. We give it a feeling like ready to go. You guys get around, but nobody knows. Get to the front of the stage and to your amazement, you see deck with your hoe. But you know it's just part of the game. Don't mean disrespect, but keep it in check. You're taking it all just the same. Just step in my lane, we get to the talking. Music I'm playing, got if I stop it. If I don't spit it, so will. Maybe they will. Now I be dropping so often, but I be dropping steady. This music, kick on the beat, technical music. Watch me use it sound like I do. Learn how to do this.
Wicked the way ads and folks with the funk on the undercover while we're thinking about it on the trucks. You can save all the assholes and the tearjerkers. This kind of just step back because I'm working on the poems that I create. They ain't paperback books. The poems I create, look for the hookers and the cooks. My mentor was excited. This album with the books. I ain't the white boy in front of us. So you need to step up. I guess you just think it's I'm a damn Dickens. Every front of me the plot, you just think it's. I run around the track like I'm running a dog. To me, just little MCs on my log. Now I'm linking my chain, fold on my radar, both right lyrics and yours one day. I can't maintain. Oops. Yeah. Y'all be good, man. Appreciate you.
I had to bring some CDs out, but if you feel like it, you can check me out at TrueTechnique.com. I got albums for sale all over Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, all that stuff. So check it out, True Technique.
So that's our literary journal, open mic. I thank you for taking a look at this, and hope to see you online. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.